Oh, it is hot as balls in here. Hello everybody! My name is Jae. Welcome to my channel. This is Fright Night Feasts. And today, guys, I am making some ramen. I mean, God, it's been a hot minute. Well, if I'm being honest. So the reason it's been a hot minute is because I've been weight cutting for my weightlifting competition. I have to fit into a weight class. So I had to eat really healthy, and I had ramen every now and then, but it's probably been a good like month and a half. I don't know, but it's about frickin' time for some ramen. Let's be real. And I'll be honest, I actually had ramen yesterday, so I broke my ramen fast pretty early. I thought I was gonna make it until today for my mukbang, but I just don't have that kind of willpower. Oh, I don't know why I did that. It's steaming, so it's obviously hot, but I had to check it with my finger. Okay, so I put in 2 packets of soy flavored ramen, and I think the brand is Paldo. That's a pretty popular Korean brand. So that's beginning to soften. I threw like a couple handfuls of rice cakes in here because, guys, what is life without rice cakes? Oh my God. Just the dried vegetable packet in there, both of them. I think it's just like scallions mostly. Okay, we're gonna be in business, right? Okay, we're gonna put in some gochujang because I need all the spice in my life. Okay guys, so finished cooking the noodles. And what I'm gonna do is while it's still pretty warm, I'm gonna put a bunch of like spring onions or green onions, however you say it, because that's my favorite flavor in the whole world. And then, you know what I'm gonna do? Got my favorite kimchi, Simply Kimchi. You can find it at Whole Foods. It's packaged in Georgia, so kind of local. Ooh. Dripping kimchi on me. I love warm kimchi. Actually, I just love kimchi, so I'm just gonna put a little bit in the soup for it to steep a little. Okay. Well, actually, I'm gonna leave this out because it's necessary, right? All right. And then it's freaking hot in here, so we're gonna need some LaCroix. Are you ready for some ASMR? Is that obnoxious? I don't know. It's so hot in here, and this is so hot. All right. Let's dig in. So so excited. All right. You know what I'm gonna do first, while this is still hot, I'm gonna have some of these veggie dumplings. I got these from H Mart and they're super good. They're nothing to write home about, but I like them. Actually really good. I'm gonna have another. Okay. Oh, so hot. Okay, first noodle bite. Actually, it's really hot. Oh my God, that's so good. So, I do have a little bit of a topic for you. I recently rewatched one of my favorite horror movies. Now, there's some debate as to whether it's actually a horror movie. I don't know. I think it fits into the category quite nicely. It's on Netflix. It's called The Babysitter. And it is just one of my favorite horror movie comedies ever. It's just so good. Also, forgive me on my awkward chopstick game. I told you I haven't had ramen in a little bit and I was getting better and then I just stopped eating ramen. So if you haven't seen The Babysitter on Netflix, I will give a quick recap after I get me some soup. Because it's all about the soup, guys. But it is about a 12-year-old named Cole, and his parents go off on a weekend trip, just the two of them, so they can sort of hang out, be with themselves, and they get their normal babysitter. Her name is B. Now, B, the babysitter, is super hot, super attractive, this beautiful, tall, blonde, with amazing eyes and the most amazing lips. I'm not even normally someone who notices that, but she has amazing lips. And they just are obviously the best of friends. It seems like she's been watching Cole as a babysitter for years on years. And Cole obviously is madly in love with her, looks up to her, thinks she's the coolest person ever. And Cole is an awkward 12-year-old. He gets picked on a lot because he's kind of a pansy. But B is just super uplifting and positive in his life. And she totally understands all of his weirdness. Excuse me, I'm flinging shit everywhere. Whew. It's so good, guys. Oh my God. I missed ramen. Truly, I did. Let me see if I can find a rice cake. I may have to use my spoon. They're all kind of hiding at the bottom. Ooh, there's one. Well, oh, spoilers. Spoilers are definitely happening. So if you haven't seen it, pause, go watch it because it's amazing. And if you don't care about spoilers, well, props to you for being like in the 1%. Because I definitely care about spoilers. Freaks me out when people spoil shit for me. Oh, God. So when his parents go away, B obviously comes over to be his babysitter like normal. And she at one point, after playing a bunch of games with him, says that it's time for him to go to bed. And he's like, oh, okay. Like every 12-year-old boy doesn't want to go to bed. And she's like, if I give you a shot, will you go to bed? And he's like, oh, okay. You know, she's obviously playing on the whole hopes that he would take alcohol because it's like forbidden and every like teenager wants to do alcohol. You know what I mean? Oh man. And so she takes a shot with him, and when her back is turned, he pours it out because he's actually afraid of alcohol. Like I said, he's a giant pansy. Anyway, he goes to bed and he hears noises downstairs. And then he sees this whole thing happen in front of him where it looks like she invited her friends over. They play this like sort of spin the bottle type of game, and they're doing all these crazy things like making out with each other, etc. And then suddenly, before his eyes, B stabs this one dude in the head and gets her. So she grabs the cup and gets her friends to collect the blood of the dude with her. Freaking crazy, wild scene. It's kind of amazing. Super bloody, super gory. And because they're like holding these like gaunt chalices, like golden chalices underneath the head wounds, there's just blood gushing out. It's actually really comedic because one dude gets blood all over his face and he's like, AIDS! I have AIDS! I thought it was hilarious. And Cole sees this and he just freaks out. He runs back to his bedroom and he pretends to be asleep because the B and her friends come up and they actually take a little bit of blood from him via a needle. And they start talking about like this ritual that they're going to do and they need a blood of the innocent, etc. And Cole's the innocent, so they take his blood. Well, B figures out that he's actually awake. And they end up catching him in his lie, and they realize that he has seen everything that just happened with the dude. So things escalate. They start chasing Cole around because he escapes, etc. I won't go through the whole thing. It's just amazing. Okay. Just dropping stuff on me. But yeah, there's amazing like murder scenes and they're just really funny and really gory. It's definitely not a movie for people who don't enjoy a little bit of gore at least, but there are just really like outrageous comedic moments that sort of give your senses a break. And I totally recommend it. It really is just sort of like, I feel like it pays it pays a nod towards all of those teen Scream flicks. Excuse me. Kind of like Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer, etc. Except there's a satanic cult trying to sacrifice people for whatever reason. I'm getting this all over me. Please don't judge me. Truly, the first time I saw this isn't one of those movies that you have to think about. It's just pure shock value, and there is a solid plot to it. I think so. I was looking up, like how it was received when it was released, like its ratings on Rotten Tomato, and I think on Rotten Tomato it got something like 71 or 74%, which for a horror movie is pretty high. Usually they stay around the 40s, the 60s. Those dumplings are good. Man, I tell you what, rice cakes and mochi, there's like nothing like it. And when I'm like cutting weight for my weightlifting, there's nothing to replace it. Genuinely. I can find healthy swaps for just about anything. Except rice cakes. Oh man, and they're just the perfect texture. I don't like them too mushy. I like them still with a little bit of bite and bounce. I guess if you had to put it in Italian terms, I like them al dente. Ooh. So good. This flavor of ramen, I recently just started buying it. It's so good. It's soy flavored. But yeah, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a pretty decent rating, surprisingly. I was really shocked about that. But then I started looking around at like other reviews of it and other websites, and it was just not received all that well. Some people didn't even consider it a horror movie, which I'm like, okay, I know that's subjective in a lot of ways, what you would consider, what you would consider scary. But guys, it's about a bunch of teenagers in a satanic cult of some sort. They're trying to like sacrifice children and people to get what they want. And I don't understand how that's not a horror movie. There's like lots of murdering and like it's more of like a slasher flick. But when I read that comment of this isn't even a horror movie, I was like, you're crazy, and obviously you're a little too snobby about your horror movies. And I'm one of those people that I really enjoy campiness and corniness, and I appreciate it for what it is. I don't know. I think sometimes people take movies a little too seriously and they forget to suspend their disbelief. I treat movies as pure escapism. Like, whatever you're feeding me, I'm going to lap it up while I'm watching. Because it's not going to last forever and it's not real. So why try to pick it apart like it is? I don't know. Sometimes it just bugs me. I'm like, guys, this is a quality ass movie and you're ruining it with all of your thoughts. There was one part where Cole asked why B was doing this, and then he was like, this isn't the first time you've done this, right? I'm not the first kid. And she was explaining her journey. It was very vague. She basically said, I used to be so small and so weak, and now I'm strong, and I'm not afraid of anything. When I heard that, part of me was like, I wonder how old you are. I wonder if you're like a witch or something like that. That you've just been doing this for centuries. Like you gave your soul to the devil or whatever, and you have to like re-up every now and then with another kid and another group of teenagers who are willing to just like do whatever to get what they want. I'm the worst. Okay. No, you stay, Bubba. My doggies are always trying to join me. It's so cute. They look so sad, but if they come in here, it'll be a freaking mess. There are lights and food and things on the floor and just no. I definitely just flung that onto my eyelash. Oh my goodness, I'm a mess. There was like, I'm trying to think. One of my favorite characters in there is the cheerleader. She's such a little, she's played by Bella Thorne, which I found out recently that Bella Thorne first got her like claim to fame by being on the Disney Channel. I don't know what show, but she was on the Disney Channel. And honestly, the roles that she picks to be in is kind of amazing. Like, I don't know, they're not Disney Channel-esque in any sort of sense. Like when Miley Cyrus left the warm embrace of the Disney Channel, she sort of did a lot of wholesome stuff first and then sort of broke into what she is now, which is awesome. I freaking love Miley Cyrus. I'm not a big fan of her music, but I honestly can say that she's super talented and just kind of a badass kind of chick. But Bella Thorne is just, I looked up her filmography and I was like, girl, you were ready to get out of Disney Channel. You were not trying to stick around for any of that wholesome shit. But she plays a cheerleader here, and very attractive, like very super typically hot, and sexual. And that's what she, when they're playing Spin the Bottle, her and B had this like incredible makeout scene, and I was like, whew, okay. Was not ready for this. Excuse me. I was watching it with my boyfriend too, and he was like, it's really good. But she gets shot in the boob at one point, and she was like, my boob! Who's gonna motorboat these? They're so deformed now, or something like that. And the one guy, I don't know his name, I forget. He's like, what? I'll do it. Hey, I'll do it right here. Oh, that's probably really inappropriate. I'm so sorry if children are watching. I should have put a disclaimer, but maybe you don't have to explain what motorboating is. I did it again. Okay, cool. We're gonna avoid that topic now. Guys, normally, I don't know what it is about ramen, but I'm like a giant baby when it comes to finishing large amounts of ramen. And I feel like I'm powering through today. I didn't have much for my breakfast, so maybe there's that. Some of you guys are like, Biss, you definitely only cook 2 packets of ramen. It's not even that much. Quit being a baby. I know, guys, I know. Ooh, some kimchi. Ooh, a rice cake. Yes. Do you guys air fry your dumplings? Probably some of you are like, what the that's sacrilege. But seriously, they're so good, and you don't have to deal with oil splattering. Okay. Oh. No, you stay, Bubba. My poor dogs, they look so sad. They're just like, let us in. I'm sorry. That was a mess. Okay. It's almost done. Can't believe it. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. This might be the last bit for me. It's getting hot in my room. Rice cakes are so freaking good. Okay. One more dumpling. Okay, just kidding. I really only have one more here. I might as well eat it, right? So, in summary, go watch The Babysitter. Let me know in the comments what you think if you watch it. But I really think the people that don't enjoy The Babysitter, they're just hating because they don't have a sense of humor. If you think it's overly corny and too gory, totally valid. If you think it's bad because it's not a horror movie, please. I'm just so much of a horror fan that I love the good ones and the bad ones, and I think this is a good one. So, cheers to the last dumpling. Go watch The Babysitter. Guys, that was amazing. I'm so freaking full. Thank you for joining me on another mukbang. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you know every time I post a video. And otherwise, I love you. I've missed you guys. I've missed ramen. And I hope you have the most wonderful day. Stay spooky. Bye.